What's up, traders? Only getting one trade today. Let's get to it. All right, traders, as always, it's free for you. Hit that like button. Appreciate the support for the channel. Just going to jump right into this. We only got one trade. It was on GoCo. Let's go ahead and fast forward right to it. Here we go. So as always, going to run this at 2x speed. If you're interested in watching this back in real time, feel free to look at the live stream from this morning and you can watch it in 1x. So there was the entry on GoCo. We'll go back and watch it a little bit. You can see it popping up towards that 520 area. And there's the jiggle. We jump in. We end up getting filled 519.5 and just looking for the quick scalp. And as you'll see, we got filled that quick. Didn't even have the chart up. I was actually typing into the ISW chat that we got into the trade, was looking for the quick scalp back down towards 2. And as you can see, or 5, sorry, not 2. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong chart there. It filled us pretty quick. We just put the order at 510, assuming it would come down, try to test that area. And if it wanted to bounce, because as you can see, we'll pause it here. VWAP was already up there. So at the bell, that tends to happen because all the volume is right there at the bell. So, you know, VWAP tends to keep up with it a little bit easier. So I was really looking to just stay in front of that. Usually I would probably be looking for that whole dollar retest, but this close to the bell, just looking for something quick, and it ended up being a 10-second trade. And if this wanted to go higher right off of the pullback right there, would have been down for a second trade, but it never did. It started to grind from here. I think it made a somewhat of a little bit of a move later in the day, but it wasn't anything special. And the only other trade that I was even possibly interested in was GovX, but it halted and then unhalted, and it just never really gave me that move I was comfortable with. Out of the unhalt, it started to just kind of teeter-totter, tinker, whatever you want to call it, through around this 470 area to 450 area. And sure, it was trying to fill the gap down here to 431, but that previous resistance was the high from yesterday at 444. So I assumed even if we got in somewhere around that 450 area, because by the time I pulled it up, it was just kind of back and forth. It was most likely going to try to bounce there. And as you can see, it did. It did go down and fill that gap at 431. But ultimately, you can see the majority of that support was being formed at that yesterday's high at 444. So it did end up going higher. Actually, this is where I thought about getting short. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have got stopped out and it would have been a fake out, which would have been kind of annoying. But I really wanted this to just go, and it just never did, because at this point we're looking for the extension away from here at 480. So we were looking for 520 plus, and it just never got there. So a little bit frustrated. Definitely could have probably found a trade in this one. I think the shares were kind of low on this one, or getting low. I don't remember exactly. But there was another reason I was kind of hesitant on it. The fact that I didn't even see it halt. The first I had known about it was when it unhalted, is when it finally popped on the scanners. And yeah, it was just, I don't know, just never felt it. I was in the mood to trade, so I can't even use that. But I don't know, there was some underlying, it just felt weird. When it was in this 20-cent range, bouncing back and forth, it just felt like it was going to choose a direction. It actually chose both, right? It tried to go higher, faked out, tried to go lower, faked out, and then ultimately ended up going higher. So I don't know. It just felt a little weird to me, and I just stayed away from it. There's no harm in having one of those every once in a while. It just didn't quite give me the move I was looking for, and so I didn't trade it. That's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.